Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first half of the Grand Finals has passed, and now it is time for the second half. Without any further ado, let's get right into the first group for today. We have Arlo again from Arlo Racing. We have Chewy Mandingo from Mandingo Motorsports. We have Champagne Poppy from Blue Line Racing. And Sneaky Bob from Vapor Racing. Now remember, up to this point, Champagne Poppy is a racer from Blue Line Racing who is currently the defending champion in these tournaments. So will they be able to uphold that, or will they be dethroned? Currently it is Sneaky Bob out in the lead, with Champagne Poppy in second, but the others are coming up right behind them. They almost cut him off going around the inside, but it was not enough, and now Champagne Poppy is looking to grab first place from Sneaky Bob. And I believe these two were in an earlier part of the tournament, and now they're back racing together again. I could very well be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. But Sneaky Bob does grab the first win, almost breaking the 14-second mark. Finishing with a 14.01, currently the fastest time still is 13.9, which was set by Dusty Miles and then done again by the Races and Fun racer. But now here we go into race number 2. Sneaky Bob and Champagne Poppy are starting out in the front half. But Champagne Poppy is being pushed forward by Chewy. And now those two have the top 2 spots. And Sneaky Bob is all of a sudden falling behind. It looked like they might have been brushed up against the wall and lost a lot of momentum as a result. But now Chewy is the one fighting for first alongside Champagne. But Champagne has a decent sized lead already. And they are staying straight with a decent amount of speed, and they finish in first. And they finish with a 13.98, I think that is. So they were able to go under 14 seconds, but not quite get the fastest time. But that's almost as close as you can get. But now, with a first place finish and Sneaky Bob finishing in third, it is now Champagne Poppy in the lead with points. And now into heat number 3. And remember, the top 2 in both groups that finish today, or rather each racer that finishes in the top 2 in each group, will move on to the ultimate finals. There will be no final round, because that will be done in the next video. But now it is Sneaky Bob back in contention with Champagne Poppy. And right now Champagne Poppy is the one in front between the two. Sneaky Bob trying to literally sneak his way up there, but did not have enough time to do so. Meanwhile, Chewy finishes in third and Arlo in fourth. It's looking pretty good for Champagne Poppy and Sneaky Bob now. We'll have to see how this last race goes. Even in the Grand Finals, we've seen some crazy things happen. And the day before that certainly was insane. And now with one race left, Sneaky Bob has 10 points. Champagne Poppy has 13. Chewy Mandingo has 7. And Arlo only has 3. So Chewy Mandingo definitely does still have a shot, but they need a miracle here. And speaking of which, Arlo is actually the one out in front, blocking Champagne Poppy from finishing in first. Chewy Mandingo finished in third, but I don't think it's gonna be enough, even though Sneaky Bob finished behind them. But Arlo figured if they were gonna go out, they might as well go out with a bang, and that is exactly what they did. Champagne Poppy and Sneaky Bob will be moving on to the Ultimate Finals. And now for the second group, we have Sam Hall from the team I'll pronounce in a second, RAF from Races and Fun, RoboCop from Neighborhood Watch, and finally, we have Dusty Miles from Milestone Diecast Racing. This is quite the group right now. RoboCop was in a group where he was the only person to finish in day 8. Sam Hall is one of the few people who managed to get a sweep, even though they weren't undefeated. RAF did the same, and RAF and Dusty Miles currently hold the record for the fastest time. But I know Sam Hall had a specific way to pronounce their team name, and I apologize for getting it wrong before. I was told they're sometimes called Dr. Tech, sometimes Dirt Tech, but they have a very specific name because it's an abbreviation. But as we finish this first race, it looks like Sam Hall was able to grab that first win. So they're trying to keep their time in this tournament going. And it is RAF who actually finished in third that time around. But now here we go into race number 2, Dusty Miles. And it looks like RoboCop are fighting for first. And it looks like there's a bit of a train trying to push past Dusty Miles, but that plan did not work. RAF and Sam Hall tried to push RoboCop into Dusty Miles, but now Dusty has a lead, but RAF is closing in behind him. Will it be enough? He is rocketing forward, but Dusty Miles still grabbed the win. Sam Hall, who finished first the first time, finished in third now, while RoboCop finishes in fourth. Dusty Miles and Sam Hall are currently in the better positions to move on, but anything could still happen. We've seen some people start off strong and then fall apart, and likewise we've seen people who started off not so well but then came back. And right now RAF has that lead. Sam Hall, who's trying to stay in this tournament along with some of these speedsters, is currently in the back of the pack. Actually, no, he's in third at this point, while RAF is all alone out in front. And now they approach the finish line and they take the win. It looked like Sam Hall did stay in third, while RoboCop finished in fourth. Even though it may not be as many points, RoboCop should still applaud the fact that he's able to finish every time right now, which is something that even he wasn't able to do in one of the craziest groups we saw in this tournament. But now only one race remains with this group. 2 of them will move on. 2 of them will leave this tournament and watch from the sidelines from here on out. Sam Hall currently has 9. RAF has 10. Dusty Miles has 11. RoboCop has 3. It is a fight for the top 2 spots, the last 2 spots in the Ultimate Finals no less, and right now it could look really good for RAF and Sam Hall. Sam Hall is right on the tail of RAF, but does not have what he needs in order to pass him. So he will finish in second. The question is, will it be enough for him to move on, or will he fall just short? We'll have to take a look at the final tally. But even if he doesn't move on, he gave it the fight of his life. He fell just short as Dusty Miles will move on alongside the Races and Fun vehicle. And now your Ultimate Finals roster is set. Thank you for watching. See you for the Ultimate Finals.